watching the best podcast in the land. From the Hill Podcast with Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanaris Gooding, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Sit back, relax, and let
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another fabulous show. Just Dave, Jay the Great.
Yo,
what's happening?
What it is?
Man, you know what it is. We in full effect, man. And you know what, man? It's March Madness. And unfortunately, Howard is getting absolutely spanked right now by Wagner. I was a little disappointed about that. They got about 12 minutes left, but it ain't looking too good for them Howard Bison, man.
Dang.
So, but it is what it is, man. And then Grambling, they get their chance tomorrow night against Montana State out of that Big Sky. So we'll see how it rolls. But y'all doing good?
Yes, doing excellent.
Yeah, I know, Jen. You had a lot of time down there at the SWAC tournament.
But it was fun. Honestly, this may have been the most competitive tournament that I've been to in a long time.
Yeah. I had a chance to check out a lot of it and see, some of the things that went down. A&M, they played really, really well. On both sides, actually. Unfortunately, our ladies, they came up short to UAPB in a spirited comeback. And then also, our men, they had picked off Alcorn State, who was the 2 seed, which was great. And then in the semifinals, it fell a little short there at the end against Texas Southern. But nevertheless, these things happen and we just keep on rolling. So, so everybody that's just tuning in, we'd like to say thank you once again. Make sure you hit that like button early and often. Also, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, also to our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also follow us on all of our social media feeds at Instagram, X, and Facebook. All right. So, Just Dave, we're going to get into a little bit of the housekeeping real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, brother. We got you pretty good. So the Bulldog men's season is not over. They have another game, which takes place tomorrow night in Clarksville, Tennessee, against Austin Peay. They call this game the Hugh Durham Classic, and it's part of the College Insider postseason tournament. Now, Hugh Durham, he was a legendary head coach. We got some technical stuff going on. Okay, now I got Jen back. Dave dropped off. Okay, but just so everybody know, Hugh Durham was a legendary coach for Georgia. He actually was Dominique Wilkins' head coach in college and led him to a Final Four. In fact, the last time Georgia went to a Final Four back in 1983. Look at this, bro. Look at me right here going deep into the playbook. Didn't even need Google for that. But they're going to take on the Austin Peay Governors tomorrow night at F&M Bank Arena up there in Clarksville, Tennessee. Game time is 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. If there's any links, watch links, all those different things, definitely it'll be made available somewhere and it'll be posted to all social media sites so everybody can get a chance to look on. Okay.
Yes,
but,
I am so proud of our boys. So I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. Now, the Spring Fest is coming up. This event, 3rd annual Cruising at Cruise Car and Bike Show. This has been a well-attended event. Now, there's going to be a lot of people on the grounds on Saturday, April 6th, because this runs in conjunction with the spring football game. There's also a baseball game. There's also softball. And then also the open house that takes place in the event center. So there's a lot going on. So if you got nothing else going on April 6th, that's about 3 weeks for you to make some plans. Make your plans to get on the hill and be part of the car and bike show, the spring game, baseball, softball, and check out that open house because this is a big showcase for our campus. All right.
I will definitely be in the building for that.
That's what's up. All right. And we're going to talk a little bit about this as we go through, but just wanted to just make mention here in the housekeeping for those that have not seen the headlines. Head women's basketball coach Margaret Richards made the choice to step down after 8 seasons. She did very, very great things. She was definitely a fan of all of us, and we really, really loved to just watch her work. She made the decision to step down, and as you know, she's getting ready to get married here soon. A lot of things going on, but we wish her nothing but the best.
Yes.
And the process for finding a head coach is currently in process as we speak. So a lot of things going on, a lot of different opinions that people have. But some of that we will talk about as we get right into our first segment tonight. And as part of our first segment tonight, we just gonna make this a real generalized round table with both of our basketball player guests tonight.
Yeah.
So it gives us great pleasure to first say that this lady, this is her third trip onto our show. And she was named not only all conference, she also was named to the all tournament team at the SWAC. And then this gentleman was named freshman of the year on the men's side of SWAC basketball. So gives us great pleasure tonight, me and Jay the Great, to welcome Amaya Simmons and Mr. Chad Moody. Good evening to both of you.
Good evening. Good evening.
Welcome.
Yeah. So now that basketball season has concluded for you, Amaya, and also getting ready to continue at least one more night for you, Chad, we just know that basketball season, we know that you guys have been working tirelessly for months. And I know at this point, there's really no such thing as being 100%. But I just got to just say before we get even into this thing, I just got to say this is awesome that the two of you continue to lay it on the line like you do every single day. So just wanted to make sure we said that before we got started. So everybody in the comments, feel free if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll get to most of them. We can't guarantee that we'll get to all of them, but we'll get to as many as we can because I know you guys want to talk to the people, and we want the people to talk to you. So let's go to it. All right. So this first question that I have, I want to talk to you, Amaya, and I just want to kind of just get right into it. We just mentioned how Coach Richards stepped down today. All right. In your own words, just kind of talk about, your reaction and also just kind of talk about your relationship with Coach Richards.
Yeah, first of all, like when I heard the news, I was definitely very sad. Me and Coach Richards are we're really close, and we've just created a bond the past 2 years I've been here. So it's definitely sad, but I just wish her the best of luck.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. And I kind of want to come back to you, Amaya, and I want to talk about your performance against UAPB in the tournament. It's rare that I'm at a loss for words, but you did that. You had a career high of 34 points. Can you tell us what that experience was for you and what just motivated you to just leave it all on the court?
Yeah, so I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, I'm going to give it my all. And like it was definitely, it could have been discouraging, like seeing the score and they were shooting at a very high percentage, but I just knew it didn't matter and we're just gonna give it our all, you know. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking, and I was just playing basketball, which is usually when I play my better games. So it was a good feeling to have.
You were locking it. Like it was like I could just imagine how you felt in that moment, but it was amazing to watch. Like everyone sitting around me was just like, wow. And you would just come back and come back and come back. So I just want to publicly tell you, you know, my hats off to you. Excellent performance. You represented A&M well. And I know like it just showed like how there was a huge deficit, but y'all as a team did not let that stop y'all. So my hats off to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Chad, all right, man, freshman of the year, man. You know, big shout out again, man. That's a huge accomplishment
Appreciate
out of
it.
all the freshmen that laced it up this year. So coming from Grayson, Georgia, man, we had we also had Caleb on Blackwell, who also played at the same, you know, in the same area. So coming from Grayson, man, tell the people, man, about the process of you coming from there to A&M. Talk about your recruitment, your choices, your options. Talk about all that, man.
Yeah. So for me, like my junior year, like when Caleb was there, I was able to really play with Caleb as much because like I missed the whole year with a broken arm. So I didn't come back to like later in the playoffs and stuff. So it kind of like hindered my recruitment. But I got back in the summer heading into my senior season. I played with like my last AAU. And I ended up switching teams for AU and I got my recruitment back up. And even playing that June live period, which when you play back with your school with Grayson. So I got a lot of like mid-major interest and had a lot of low major and even some D2s. But ultimately it came to me like getting like 4 D1 offers with Navy and A&M being at the top of that list. So I visited both schools. I went to Navy first, and like I've never been like I don't have first. I don't have anybody in my family that's like a military type person, so it was just brand new. So we went there, and the campus was nice and everything, but I just didn't know. I don't think I was gonna be able to adjust to that type of like lifestyle. And then I came to A&M at homecoming, so I got the full experience and stuff. And after the visit, I realized like this was a school for me. So I ended up committing like 2 weeks later and stuff. So yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. I have a special place for Grayson in my heart because my younger cousin plays volleyball there. So I got a chance to go with her to a football game this past November, and I just love the atmosphere there. Chad, I want to talk about 8 blocks. How like can you describe that game? Just what was your mentality in it? Just just let us know what was going through your mind for that game.
I mean, obviously, like it's for me, like obviously my freshman year, but knowing how like deep the Alabama and rivalry is, seeing it from football aspect, like I knew coming to this game, like we got to win this game. The first game we playing them in the EC, like we just got it. It's a must-win game, and it was crucial at that point in the season for us in even making the tournament because we were like fighting us and Alabama State were tied. So whoever won that game, basically, we're going to make the tournament and not have to depend on each other for another team to lose. So, like, I just wanted to play. Obviously, every game I just go in, try to play my role, try to get the dub. So I know like one of my strengths is definitely blocking shots, and I just went in like I know the guards were like downhill guards on the other team, so anytime they drove, I just helped my teammate and just went for the block. And at times, I mean, it kind of got hectic with the tech, but I mean, that's just part of the game when you play with the competitiveness and like fierceness I play with.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave, you with us?
I hope so. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we got it. Go for it, brother.
Oh man. Chad, speaking of the tournament, so given that this was your first D1 tournament, and our Bulldogs were in the same position last year against this same team in the semifinals. Was there anything that last year's players, any advice or even the coaches gave you going into this semifinal game?
I could say for one, like it was definitely personal for the guys. Like it was kind of like a uplift, like more. This is a must-win game. We got to go in like locked in, focus on every minute detail. Like even from our walkthrough and shoot-arounds, like we had to. It was a little more up-paced stuff. So going into the game, I mean, I could tell the locker room, the vibe in the locker room, like it was different than how it usually is, like when we play a regular game. So I kind of had a feeling like, even though we started off a slow start, I mean, I knew we gonna get back in the game, and compete to our best of ability.
All right. So Amaya, all right. Now let's talk about how now that the season has concluded for the women. Talk about some of the things and some of the players that are on your team. Talk about some of the strides that you've seen in your teammates, their progression from the beginning of the season all the way to the end. Feel free now. This is your chance to name drop and just talk about the whole experience.
Yeah, so first off, I would definitely say, the other freshman of the year, Kayla Turner. I was really proud of her, and I was her roommate in the summer when she first had got here, and like I could just tell the hard work and dedication she had for the game. And so just seeing her progress, like she had to play a lot of minutes this year, and she did really well. And even in that last game against UAPB, like when the game was close, she was able to get the team together, being a freshman point guard, and I could just see her leadership. So I was really proud of her. And then just the team as a whole, I mean, we had to endure a lot of things this season, and I think we just all came together at the right times and towards the end of the season when we were going on a win streak. So I'm really proud of everybody for just, sticking through it and fighting through all the adversity.
Nice. All right. I do have a question for the both of you, and it's regarding fan engagement. I know the atmosphere for the last game in the EC with versus Alabama State was pretty energetic, and we had some Bulldog support during the tournament. How important? And I know we have a lot of alumni watching, so I want you to also kind of make a plea as well. But how important is that fan engagement to how you play your game?
Amar, you can go first.
I would say it is very exciting, and having that many people there was like the most that we've had, and just an environment I've never experienced with the whole team. So it was really fun, and I think that's like needed for us, and I just hope it will bring in more people next year, and that I hope the fans enjoy that environment too, and just watching us play.
For me, I can say like the fans are the sixth man, whether they know it or not. So it's really big. It's really huge, and like playing in like a lot of games back in Grayson and stuff. Like I love playing that type of atmosphere. So it does make a difference, and like it can keep us going, keep us motivated. So it just helps a lot.
Amaya, I wanted to ask, looking at your stats last year as a player and this year, you have definitely, improved in every accolade and award that you won. You definitely deserve. So I wanted to know, outside of you just being a hard worker in general, what are some of the things that you give credit to that made you improve as a player from last season to this season?
I would say it would be a lot about my mental and just my mindset. Like coming from a D2 to a D1, I really didn't know what to expect, and just knowing I'm going up to a higher level was scary in itself. But then realizing that like I belong, and I can play at this level, and then my mindset has shifted, and really just like focusing on the little things that our coaches would teach us and just adapting. Yeah. That's definitely what had changed.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go to a few questions here from the people, for a minute. Uh, this is from Bulldog Ty. So this is for you, Amaya. Can you talk about the impact that Chanel Mitchell had on the floor during the UAPB game during the tournament? She kept the team pumped from the fans' view.
Yeah, so when Chanel had went in, like everyone definitely had noticed the energy shift. She definitely brought like what we had needed. And I was just really proud of her. Like she stepped up, she hit some good shots for us too. And I think she had a really good game. Probably one of the best games she's had this season. So yeah, I am really proud of her.
Okay, and then my guy OJ, he said, let's lighten up the mood. He said, all right, so Chad, which teammate would you want to dunk on if you ever had the chance?
I'll probably say my boy C or EJ.
Hey, you gotta say, hey, what you had to do, man, you gotta sneak him during shoot around tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Catch him with his back turned and then just put a two-hander down on his back.
Yeah.
All right, Amaya. Which SWAC opponent that you love to talk trash to the most?
I would definitely say UAPB because they talk the most trash to us. So yeah, and we've just had to play them. We played them 3 times last year. We played them 3 times this year. Yeah.
Amaya, you don't even come off as a trash talker. Like you just go out there and just,
I mind my business, but if somebody is doing too much, then yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's stick with that for a second now. All right, trash talk. Yeah, let's talk trash talk, both of you. Because come on, Chad, you being humble here. I haven't seen you out there. I saw the this when you did the dunk on Friday.
Yeah, he was
night.
like,
You had the flex on them. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this trash talk, okay? All right, so trash talk we know is part of the game. Now, what does Amaya first? What from a coaching view, a coaching aspect, all right? What do they say to y'all when they see you trash talking? What do they say to you from the bench or even in timeouts when y'all trash talking? Like they think you talking too much. What are some of the things that they tell you?
Yeah, Mira, man.
I think she froze. This is Maya. I think she froze up. You still there? Okay.
Question or Chad. It had cut out for a second.
Yeah, this is for you, Amaya, first. So when y'all trash talking too much on the court, what do the coaches tell you during timeouts?
They haven't had to say much. Like they've said it to a couple players, just like don't worry about it. Just point at the scoreboard after the end of the game. They love to say that. But yeah, they just try to cut it down. But I mean, our team, we didn't have to deal with that much. Like we didn't really have any issues this year.
Okay, now Chad with the flex now. Let's tell us about that flex, man. Where that come from?
I mean, it's just the energy it was momentum from the game. I mean, it was a big play. It got me going, got my team going, got the crowd going. So
Okay. And then Jen, I'm gonna send it back to you in a minute, but this was a real good question that came from the audience. I definitely want to get the answer from both of y'all on this. All right, Amaya first, then Chad. Who is the biggest trash talker on the team?
Oh gosh, got a couple.
Okay, name them. It's cool. Name them.
I would say Alicia, Chanel. Yeah, I would say those two.
All right. Chad.
Definitely, I say definitely AC, but some of the guys are not playing. They definitely talk a lot on the bench, like Clance and Josh. They definitely talk to the team, especially them home games. They'll definitely talk to players on the court while they're on the bench. So it's but AC for sure. Yeah.
we had
Every chance he gets, he just.
we had AC on here. He was talking a lot of trash when he was on here with us.
I'm not surprised.
Y'all calling him Eastbrook.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jen.
All right, Amaya, this is for you. And since we're on the subject of trash talk, word on the street is that you have a interesting sibling rivalry. So, can you tell us about that, and how does trash talk go with your own sister?
Oh yeah, we definitely going back and forth because she actually had an offer to A&M. But yeah, she didn't take it. But yeah, it's funny.
Down the street.
She likes to say that her school's better a lot, but she came and visited me, so I don't know how she feels. She likes Huntsville, like the area, better than Alabama State, but yeah, it's definitely a good little rivalry going on, but it's really just funny. So
She
cool
know
to
we the
have her
better
in the
school.
same state.
It's just hard for her to admit it. That's all. She know we the better school. Hey, Chad, I wanted to ask, since we are on the subject of that school down the street, I don't think people really get or understand the intensity of this rivalry that we have, especially probably being a freshman. So what did you hear about, the rivalry that we have, especially pertaining to the game when they came and played us? Like, did you expect it to be what it was? Did you see things on social media?
I mean, I knew it's gonna be a big game regardless. I knew the crowd was gonna pop up for that for sure. And I just know like it's a deep history with us playing them. And I think we've lost more games than won. And I was just like, we gotta change that, especially with being the first game in the EC. And like, there's moments in the game where it just show with our fans walking around to their side, talking to them. A lot of time, like a lot of ref timeouts and all that, and even text. So I knew what it was going to be coming into the game, but just seeing it in live action definitely like put my head where it was supposed to be at.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I know the answer is yes on this first question, but just talk about the competition between both squads, and don't sit up here and try and give us any of that politically correct stuff neither. All right, Amaya, you first.
That the Mist, I would complain about the media. They think that we get more media than them, so I feel like that's a little competition. But then the other one, I would say the competition we had was in that 3-point shooting contest, and we won. So,
oh,
the women got better shooters, Chad.
Hey, I mean they won. That's on them. I mean our shooters got to be better. We'll get him next year though. He doesn't matter. So.
That's pretty.
Now,
funny,
I do want to point out something I did see at the tournament that just really melted my heart. During the women's game, especially when we were making that push against UAPB, I saw the whole men's team just literally run to the side to root y'all on. And it was just so beautiful to see as a fan, just to see like how y'all really had each other's back. So it was beautiful for me to see. So I can only imagine how you guys felt.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely nice seeing that because men's games, but like they can't really work the games because they play after. But like at the game, I know like down, so that was great to see.
Go ahead, Dave.
Chad, you got any pregame rituals, routines that you do as you get started for the game?
I was waiting for that question.
I was waiting every player that question. That's my staple question for every player. So no matter how crazy it is, how off the wall it might be, you gotta let us know what you do to get prepared for a game.
I mean, for me, I always take a shower before the game. So like, away or home, I always take a shower, and then I'll brush my teeth, and then I guess like once I head there, like either like if it's a home game, I do like workouts in the gym with Strong before the game, and then I just listen to music. That's about it. Like I really don't got anything else before that. I just get ready for the game, but I gotta listen to music because like
What you listening to?
that's I mean it depends. Like it depends on the day I feel, but like 8 times out of 10 it's probably gonna be Rod. So Rod Wave. So
Okay.
Yeah, Auntie is too old for that.
Right. Y'all gotta let us know who these people are.
Hey man, y'all gotta come on, get up with the times, y'all. I mean, shoot, I know who Rod Wave is, and I'm almost 46.
I'm old.
Nah,
Man,
sometimes
I don't
it's
know.
hard to get into this new music.
Hey, another good question here from Ty. All right, Amaya, then Chad. If they could play another sport on campus, what sport would you play? Amaya, go ahead. You first.
I would definitely play volleyball. I love volleyball.
Okay, Chad.
I'll say football. I actually got offered from Florida State in a basketball game after I committed.
Okay.
So I'll play football.
What position?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
Oh man.
That's the hype for it.
I hear breaking ankles in 2 different sports. Okay.
Man, look, Coach Maynard might be trying to tell you, hey, come on out here, boy, during spring practice.
Spring practice.
Yeah, come on out here, spring practice. Let's see what you got. All right, here's another good question from the group. All right, Chad, you get this one first. Who dresses the best on the men's team?
What the kids say.
If I had it,
Best trip.
let's see. I'll probably say Tuck. I stick with Tuck for real. I mean, Caleb has some fits sometimes, and even Shark and Jalen. So I'll say those 4 have probably the best drip on the team.
All right, Amaya.
I would say imagine me putting on those fits. Like she always got the matching shoes, like for sure.
That's what's up. So, all right, Chad. Now I've done this to all the players. All right. Dave asked his question that he always asks. Now I'm gonna ask mine. Amaya, you've had this one before. You did this one for me last year when you were on with us. Not Chad. Don't be shy now.
Yeah.
I want your best Coach Hewley impression.
Oh Lord. Oh, let's see. Which one should I do? I'm just say because he says it to me all the time. He's like, come on, son. Like, come on. Like it's just like a type of voice. And you got to squint with the eyes. It's like, come on, man. Like, come on. It's kind of like a screechy behind it, but there's a lot of other impressions, but
Come on with it. We good. Come on with it.
A lot of times it's like gotta make sure you put your butt in his knees and what else? I'm just trying to think of what he said today and let's practice. He's like, you're blowing up. You're blowing up. You're just blowing up. He's just blowing up, and then let's see. He says a lot of stuff to me.
Now I said when we had AC on here, I talked about how you notice he'll chastise you and then he'll hit you on the back of the head.
Yeah. He just grab your head and just start shaking it. Especially when on the bench. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all love. And it's just his way of showing it.
That's what's up. And so, Amaya, I gotta say this. I gotta ask this now. All right. So after you took one step, you transferred in. Last year, you had a real good season. This year, it became an all-conference season. And heading into next year, because you will be back, and yes, you will be back. Heading into next year, what are your goals for 2024-25 season at Alabama A&M University?
I'm ready. I'm ready to get a first team player of the year. So that's my goal.
Listen,
At Alabama A&M University, right?
Yep.
There we go. That's what we was waiting on. That's what we was waiting on.
well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like you did that. I there's really nothing I can really say other than you did that this season. Your leadership really came through, and it was impressive to watch.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and then real talk though, real talk. I'll just say this. Not only have you taken such large steps forward on the court, one thing that's very impressive about you is that you truly are an ambassador for not just Alabama A&M women's basketball, but for the university as a whole. Just from the times that you've spoken at media day, your social media presence, all the things that you represent for Alabama A&M is something that has been recognized by several people. And yeah, so next year at Alabama A&M, we look forward to some big things. All right, now shifting gears to you, Mr. Moody. Tomorrow, you all are playing at Austin Peay. All right. So, what are some of the things that that coach has talked about with you guys in practice in advance of tomorrow night's game?
I mean, the big thing that he's really talked to us about is like just us getting in the postseason. Because I mean, this is the second time in school's history that we played in the postseason. So, at it, like we're making history, and we can make even more history tomorrow if we win the game. So, he's just like we got to get back into the mindset because a lot, like I guess after that test of the game, like kind of checked out. But once we receive the news that we can get another chance to play and even potentially play Texas Southern, like a lot of guys probably lock back in and focus. So that's really what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So a few of the things, just giving y'all some more flowers. And we are proud of you, Amaya. We're here anytime you need us. So that's really cool. Also, she wanted to make sure Amaya's facial expressions during UAPB game is classic.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then my boy CJ, this is for you, Moody. Head tap.
Indeed.
And that was about that dunk that you put down on Friday night. So that's some awesome stuff, man. It's just so much stuff. Much stuff that has occurred. Go ahead, Jen.
I know between the both of y'all games, I'm just now getting my voice back. So I like it was y'all. I cannot stress this enough. Both of y'all found yourselves in games where there was a deficit, and as a team, the team fought back, and so that's really all we can ask for. So I just want to keep reiterating how just proud that y'all made an old Bulldog during the tournament. I really enjoyed just watching and rooting y'all on.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
just happy to have y'all part of the Bulldog family.
Yes.
Because you guys are both integral parts to our men's and women's team. So I'm very happy that you guys chose to come and play for Alabama A&M.
Yeah. And, Ty wanted to make sure, Chad, you didn't get left out. You too. We're here anytime you need us. And then it's me, Brand. Yes, I had to pull this one up. He just said manifestation. Amaya will be back. We spoken it into existence. You shall be back.
She ain't going nowhere.
I need another year. I need another year in that Bulldog maroon and white. I need it. It's been too much fun to watch you play. Both of you, actually. And Chad, I'll say this to you, my brother. First time I watched you play was when you guys came to my hometown in Cleveland. On Black Friday, I saw y'all play East Tennessee State. And, you know, the steps that you've taken from there all the way till now, man, has just been awesome. And you probably wouldn't have wanted to watch back what the game from Friday, but there was a comment that was made. Now, I don't really too much care for these commentators on ESPN Plus, but they said about you, they said he's still growing into his body, and said that you can see that he has a very high ceiling, and said that once he continues growing, you could just see that he's going to continue to take off. And that was absolutely correct. So big shout out to you, Amaya, for being on being all conference and also being on the tournament team. And also Chad for you being the men's basketball freshman of the year. So good luck to you tomorrow night, Chad, and the rest of the fellas as you take on Austin P. And also you, Amaya, best for you into your off season, because we know you got the off season program. Really, what off season? We hoop all year round, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, big shout out to y'all. Appreciate both of y'all for coming on tonight, and you know, we'll definitely be talking to y'all up the road. All right.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
That's Amaya, and that's Chad. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that were our basketball players. And we had a really, really nice time with them tonight. And we've had a real nice time with you for this entire season. So, as you can see across the bottom of the screen, there are all of our Bulldog updates. You can see that our bowling team is the number 3 seed in the bowling tournament for the SWAC down there in Dallas, which kicks off this weekend. And then you'll see baseball. They're going down to take on Alabama State for a weekend series. Men's and women's tennis, they both host Alabama State on Saturday. Women taking on Alabama State at 10 a.m. and then the men come back at 2 p.m. So a lot of different things that are going on. Track is in full effect. We had Annalise Torian on our show a couple months ago, and she won the 100-meter hurdles down there at Charlotte. And Dave, you were down there, so kind of talk a little bit about seeing the track team down there in Charlotte.
Yeah, so found out about it late, but I was happy that I was able to get out there and see the track team and meet the coach. And it was actually my first collegiate track meet that I ever attended. So the whole atmosphere of the event was like a pretty cool, chill vibe, and with other games going on as well. But we have some pretty good track athletes, and I think the work that coach is doing with them is just great. And he talked about, you know, things that he wants to do with the program, where he wants to take it, and he definitely wants the support of the alumni of the university. So, you know, y'all, you ever come across coach, definitely, you know, speak to him. He's a very open guy. The track athletes were excited to just see, maybe they didn't think that they had alums in the Charlotte area, but when I met them and introduced myself, they all got so excited and their eyes got so big. It was like, wow, we got some alums here out here, you know, supporting us. So that's why, you know, Jen traveled to a lot of games, and Wayne, whenever they're in your area, you go out there too. Go out there and see these players, these athletes, when they're in your area, if it's not too far, because they definitely do appreciate it, because they don't think there are alums in that area, you know, or alums outside of the state of Alabama really don't pay attention or care about what it is that they're doing. So it definitely means a lot to these players when, even if it's just one alum coming to show them support, it's something that they definitely appreciate. So I had a good time, and again, meeting the athletes and the coach was just awesome.
Yeah. And then look here, Perry White. Come on, Perry.
Perry, don't come up here with that mess.
Perry,
You already know what you said
Perry ain't
last
stopped
time.
talking from last week. Still talking from last week. Tell Maynard I haven't forgot. Oh man, you just come up here. You just come up to Huntsville November 2nd, player. That's what you do.
You You already got your personal invite. You already got a spot. So
Exactly.
ain't no excuses.
Exactly.
No excuse.
Exactly. Man, trash talk is prevalent, man. But in real talk, y'all, for me, I'm at the point where I am annually where I have outdoor track season coming up. So for your boy, this is going to be the last show for me for the rest of the spring. But there will be other things that we will be talking about. We may have a few other shows that may pop up periodically as time allows, but we will have our third season that will be going in full effect, man, starting in August. And that third season is going to be real, real powerful because season 2 has been awesome. And what we have ahead of season 3, we've got football. And, so there's going to be a lot of things going on with that. And we got new volleyball coach that's going to be coming. And then we've got, all these different things that take place with Bulldog Athletics, and not even just athletics. We've had on politicians, we've had on entrepreneurs, we've had on entertainers, we had a weather person on, we've had it all, man. It's all been working. And special thanks to everybody for making this stuff work, man. We can't do this without the people.
No.
We definitely can't do this without the people. And Jay the Great, I want you to go ahead and just, as we wind down the show tonight, go ahead and just express in your own way. Say what you want, girl. It's your world.
I would say the most.
Don't cry, Gene.
It's about to come on.
Don't cry. I feel it coming.
Oh goodness, now you done hype me up now. But I think the most rewarding part of this season is not just the team, like the 6 people that work on this show absolutely love A&M. And not only do we love A&M, we love each other. And so I'm an only child, but I have gained 5 brothers, and I am just so appreciative of this space. But I'm also appreciative of our supporters. The most mind-blowing moment for me was when we were when I was in New York for the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, and having people walk up to me and say, "It's Jay the Great," all the way in New York City. And that just shows how dedicated our supporters are. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hype us up. Y'all just even whether it's in person, whether it's in DMs, whether it's on the timeline, even our supporters from other schools. Today we had people sharing our posts from Alabama State. We had people sharing our posts from Southern. So I just want to know from the bottom of my heart, I really and truly love y'all, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
Yes, well said. Dave, floor's yours, brother.
I think Gene said it great. I think for me, I said that Gene the Great. Gene said it great. I think for me, just the reason that we started this, podcast, something simple as just trying to help with fan engagement, because we wanted to see more for our athletes, not just football, not just basketball, but all of our athletes. And so to start from just a simple survey, sending around to the alums and sending that to the university, kind of, if you think about it, kind of started our first partnership with the university, providing them that feedback. And then to now we're doing a podcast when, like you said, we're having the athletes, we're having administrations on, we're having politicians on. It's just, something that I didn't think that we would get to this level, and we're still growing. So I'm definitely excited about that. But for me, again, as far as the reason we started this, it's the appreciation from the athletes that really, hit my heart, because after we have somebody on, we ask somebody to be on, they're reaching out, hey, I really appreciate you having me on. Thank you for inviting me. We love being on. Thank you all for your all support. And, they support us as well. So for me, it's the appreciation and definitely the fans that we have from other schools and the partnership with the university. I'm just, appreciative for it all.
Yeah, and I'll finish by saying this. A&M, I came to A&M as a 17-year-old in 1996, man, on a cross-country and track scholarship. And I honestly didn't really even know the impact of HBCUs like that. I had been on one when I was earlier in my high school years, but still didn't even really understand the impact of an HBCU. And now, almost 25 years since I graduated from A&M, it gives me the great pleasure to just be able to be sitting behind this mic representing this university. It means everything to me. I wear A&M gear wherever I go, almost where I'm up here in Ohio. This flag that sits behind me is a source of pride every time I have it. Every time I do a show, whether it's this one, whether it's my own, or whether I'm a guest on somebody else's, I'm a Bulldog until the day that I die. And for those that have had the opportunity to be on this show, there's too many names to name right now, but just thank you all. Those that watch this show every single week, thank you all. And those that will be coming, because this thing is still going to be growing. There's so many levels and layers to this thing. It's still growing. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, man. If you haven't hit that like button tonight, make sure you hit that like button tonight. I just want A&M to shine, y'all. And we speak on behalf of our athletic director, Dr. Paul A. Bryant, our illustrious 12th president, Dr. Daniel K. Wims. I also speak on behalf of my brother, T. Gooden, Tenarius Gooden, Damian D.T. Green, Corey C.K. Williams. We speak for the six of us, man. This is what we do. We're not looking for any handouts. We never do. We just want to do what we can to enhance this and make it a national brand. So thank y'all, man. Thank you for just another wonderful time and another wonderful Tuesday. So for tonight, special shout out once again to Amaya Simmons and also Mr. Chad Moody for them joining us tonight. So for Jay the Great and Dave Thomas, I am your guy, Wild Wayne Cartwright, saying once again, thank y'all. God bless you and good night.